Hello, welcome back to the HVAC Budget Channel, and tonight we're going to be having some more fun with the Leatherman Wave survival mods. In part one, if you haven't caught it already, I added a fork to the Leatherman here, and this is a little titanium fork, so that was pretty neat. And then we also did some work on this side. We actually turned the large driver into a chisel. And then we actually turned this micro screwdriver into something more useful in the wild, actually put a leather sewing needle in that spot. So you can check out that video. All right, so this is going to be part two, where I was trying to figure out what else to do with the Leatherman Wave to make it more of a survival knife. So I was on a multi-tool Reddit, maybe, I guess, forum anyway about multi-tools, and the Leatherman Wave was used the most by the consensus that I found by many people. So I was trying to think what else could I do with the bit adapter here, and I actually found a ferro rod on eBay for it's a 1/2 inch thick, and I was able to grind it down. Took a lot of time and a lot of sparks, and I was able to use this. This is a ferro rod, and it's able to fit in the bit adapter, and that it does fit in there, and the pliers close as well. So one of the things you can do actually to use this is to use your can opener blade, and let's see. Anyway, hopefully you saw some of those sparks, but it does work. So it takes a little while, but it does work. So I was able to get some good sparks out of there and fit that in there. So that is one of the rather inexpensive things you can do. Ferro rods are fairly cheap. I think it was maybe about $5 because it was a little bit thicker. I saw many other people had used these thinner ones where they were trying to get a tiny little rod and sort of lay it in the bottom or stick it in some crevice, and I thought, why not just remove the screwdriver bit, which doesn't seem as much survival oriented, and just put a ferrocerium rod in there, or a ferro rod rather, in there as well. So I think this has to go this way for the pliers to fold down. All right, and so then the second thing I did was to create a glow-in-the-dark knife tab. So you have perhaps seen some of the tabs for the Leatherman Wave. Zap Wizards, I believe, is his name. He has a store online where he sells these much nicer ones for about $30. But I just wanted to do sort of a test case. So what I did is I bought polyplastics and made my own. So if you're familiar with these beads, you actually pour them in boiling water or use a heat gun, and then you can mold whatever you want, from this to false teeth, dentures, whatever you desire. So anyway, I made this. I was able to get it to hold on the back, and this is just a temporary thing. I can take a heat gun, I can take it right off. It's a little bit ugly, I know, but it's just for testing purposes. And so I was able to get that to work, to hold into place, and then I got some Art and Glow glowing paint, glow-in-the-dark paint, and I was able to get it to glow to some extent. Now this is not the best thing. The best thing I have run across is, I think it's LIT in capital letters, glow-in-the-dark powder, and you can mix that with nail polish from what I understand, and you can actually activate the glowing elements by heat. So that's what I really wanted, and I still think that's the best thing, and I may do that in the future, but it's a little expensive at like $36 or so for a little tiny thing of powder. So I decided just to go with the cheaper option. This was an $8 option. I only did 2 coats so far. Several people have said you need to do 6. I'm not sure if the camera can catch this, but I'm going to try to charge this. So while I do this, I'm going to try to charge that up. And then you can see that it does glow. The camera, it's a little hard to catch that glow in the dark, but it definitely is glowing. So I definitely think if I could get that glow in the dark powder activated by heat, that'd be really neat just to have something like that where you could almost activate your own glow in the dark. And from the videos I've seen, it's actually fairly bright. So anyway, those are a couple options, couple ideas, things that you could do. These are fun mods you can do, trying to just think out of the box, do things instead of doing the same things everyone else is doing. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.